Sigma males are often physically attractive, charismatic and alluring to women. They never fully give of themselves to a woman, so she always wants more. They usually understand the game very well, so they know how to flip her attraction switches. Sigma males are right at the top of the sexual hierarchy, but characteristically attempt to remove themselves from the hierarchy as much as possible. Physical looks aside, Sigma males tend to have similar character traits that make them stand out from even the top alpha males, which make them intriguing and attractive to women. These traits are less obvious and harder to uncover than typical alpha male traits, nevertheless they exert a powerful force on women who are in the presence of a true Sigma. Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. No Excuses, the channel that helps you achieve your full potential. In today's video we are going to find out why Sigma males are more attractive than most other types of men. However, before going any further, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Without further ado, let's get started. Who is the most attractive, Sigma male or alpha male? This is debatable. Sigma males typically meet women through cold approach, whereas alpha males often rely on social circles. Both can be devastatingly effective, but in different contexts. In reality, both are equal. Here is 3 Sigma male traits that makes him more attractive than most other men. 1. Fierce independence. If there's one overriding character trait of the Sigma, it's a burning desire for independence. Fundamentally, Sigma males want to be master of their own destiny and rely on no one for their happiness or livelihood. Sigmas tend to have a strong mind and like to do things their own way, so they do not fit well within a corporate structure where by and large teamworking and the good of the department is the overriding driving force. A Sigma would rather be left alone to figure out his own way of doing things, and so take the rewards for himself if they are forthcoming. This character trait can cause unhappiness for all but the most hardened and tough Sigma males, because it must be matched with accepting responsibility for failure, hard work and dealing with reality head-on if the Sigma is to achieve the ultimate freedom that he craves. A typical office worker usually doesn't have to face the responsibility of taking on the ultimate success or failure of a project. Usually this falls to the top alpha who runs the organization or project, and though the responsibility ultimately rests on his shoulders, the component cogs in the wheel all contribute. Despite this, the responsibility for success or failure is diffused enough amongst the cogs that the typical worker can shrug his shoulders and not worry too much about whether the project succeeds. Whilst the great rewards won't accrue to him, neither will the repercussions of failure. You're unlikely to find a true Sigma male in the position of the top alpha boss, or the dependable blue pill worker either. The reason is, a Sigma will not care enough about the project to be the alpha. Because the benefits of success will not accrue to him, nor will he want to be the blue pill worker. Most real Sigmas would rather engineer a way out of the structure and take on their own project for themselves, but be willing to take on the ultimate responsibility for success and failure. The key difference is of course that Sigmas like to accept only responsibility for themselves, and don't have much interest in training other people up, so having underlings won't work for them. Nor do they have any time for the attendant annoyance of dealing with swarms of other workers on a similar level when they are one of cogs in the machine. Because of this, Sigmas need to learn hard life lessons such as accepting responsibility, working hard, and use their intellect and ingenuity if they are to escape the grind of corporate work. These are not easy life lessons for the vast majority of people regardless of how tough or gifted they are, which is why it is challenging for true Sigma males to lead the ultimate free lifestyle that they want. 2. Sigma deals with reality head-on. Because of a Sigma's constant drive for independence and self-sufficiency, they have to learn quickly to deal with reality head-on. Only by doing this can they address the root causes of unhappiness, stress and unfulfillment. Let's take an example of how this plays out. Let's use the example of success with women. Most men construct elaborate ego structures to hide from the truth about their attractiveness to women. This is why it is so terrifying for most men to approach a woman who they have never met, because they fear the negative feedback that will come their way if they try. Remember that if you approach women, rejection is inevitable, but you can use women as your mirror to work out where you are going wrong. A simple concept, is it not? Except this is anathema for the vast majority of men. They would prefer to not even try, rather than face some uncomfortable but empowering truths about themselves. For those that do, there are all sorts of mind tricks, ego defenses and traps that the brave aspiring player can fall into in order to avoid having to face these difficult truths. It's a common problem for guys who want to learn how to approach women in their day-to-day lives. You're more likely to see gammas and betas fall into these ego traps and defenses than a true sigma. The reason is, sigmas learn the habit of dealing with reality head-on and being brutally honest with themselves. They have to in order to work towards the freedom that they desire. They don't have time for pretty lies and elaborate ego defenses to hide from the truth. The mindset of dealing with reality head-on spills over into their everyday lives, so sigma who likes women and starts approaching will usually be safe from misleading and time-wasting ego traps, and head unerringly towards the truth of what they need to work on in order to improve. Sigmas who are used to dealing with reality head-on and are some way into their journey of independence tend to be very plain-speaking, even gruff. You'll notice they may not hold back on what they say even if it will cause offense, because to a sigma the truth is more important than harmony and pristine egos that haven't been battered and bruised. 3. Possibly reckless. Sigmas are often characterized as being reckless. This is usually because they end up extricating themselves from the typical life map that most people end up following. Learning sigma male traits. Is it possible to acquire these character traits? Is it possible to change elements of your personality? Most definitely. A wise person tries to optimize their natural character traits as they go through life. It's part of what allows us as men to grow into our power as we get older. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.